Welcome to the Awesome Life Podcast.
Yo.
I am Phoenix.
Here with Chili.
This is episode 57. Yeah, 57.
57. Doing a little Vegas recap, you know.
Vegas recap.
Let's go back in the springs finally.
Yeah. How do you feel?
Dude, I had a great time, man.
I'm
not gonna lie, that was worth it. My only regret really is that we're not still there. But you gotta come back eventually, right?
That's the hardest thing about vacation is like it's the two worst parts are the night before you leave, and then the day that you get back.
Correct.
Those are the two worst situations. You're depressed because you got to go back to your like normalcy.
You know it's done.
So all this, like everything you do on vacation is intensified. The things that you like to do, and you got to bring that back down. It's like a drug. Vacation's like a drug.
Yeah,
you gotta come off.
You're high on the vacation, and then coming back down. You have to go to work. We got in late. Had to work early in the morning. Bell 12 hours, man. That was.
I belled. You didn't.
No, I belled yesterday.
Because you and Trevor bounced. I left, and they caught my ass.
So you went back?
Yeah, I went back. Chris was like, "You still here, right?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm still here. I just dropped Ariel off at Truck World, and I was just getting something from the gas station. Need anything?" And I drove back.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Well, we had permission. We pleaded with the man. We're like, "Hey, dude, you have no coverage on Tuesday night. Let us go home early today. We're tired, and then we'll bell tomorrow." So It worked out, man. But yeah, dude, let's get into it. So. First off, our flight got delayed fucking 12 hours,
12
bro.
Fucking hours.
That's messed up.
How the fuck does that happen? I've had 3-4 hour delays, but that's a half of a day. The whole point of that flight was so that we could get a full day in Vegas.
Yeah, even though we'd be tired.
No, but we would have got a chance to nap. Well, you have trouble napping.
I do. But man, that was unfortunate. But
this podcast was supposed to be done,
sometime on Thursday.
When
we get into our hotel room and settle down.
Supposed to be.
But yeah, man, that was a hell of a way to start it, right? Because we wake up, I really didn't even go to sleep. I couldn't. So I get up, and then you tell me you're never gonna believe it, man.
I'm sleeping on this man's couch.
I thought it'd be like a 2-hour delay. It's like, okay, I'll get another couple hours real quick, and then we'll get right on the road. No, I went from 5 a.m. to 5 p.m., dude. Crazy.
That's fucking wild.
Yeah.
And I would have been pissed if we got all the way to the airport and then found out.
Absolutely. Better that, because again, you went back to your crib, and
I
finally got some sleep in, and it was unfortunate we missed a day, but it is what it is. So we get there, and the room's dope, man. Like straight up,
one of the highlights.
The Hilton. Like we each had our own queen size bed. You had a king size. You had kind of your own little separate space and bathroom. We had living room, kitchen. Trevor and I had our own like hotel room in itself. So the room was dope for sure, man. I mean, there's just all kinds of space. You could heat up food. You could make food. We didn't do as much shopping as we said we were gonna do, but it is what it is ultimately.
Yeah, no, it was like the perfect, basically like an apartment.
Definitely.
I microwaved my food in there.
Yeah.
Even though I had full appliances, you could have for sure chefed something up in there.
Yeah. But so we get there. First place we went, man. What was it called again? Waro's. It's Korean barbecue, and that shit was sweet because you get to cook the meat and everything yourself. They just bring out raw meat, and then you have like this circle and this like pan that's there's a flame underneath, and it heats everything up. And besides Trevor trying to eat some raw meat.
Check this out. What was hilarious was we order a bunch of shit. Like this place, 10 out of 10 recommend. I've been there twice. You pick all your meats. You pick ribeye, you pick brisket, bulgogi, whatever you want. We had shrimp, short ribs, whatever. We start putting the shit out, and Trevor is like, letting things cook for like 45 seconds each time. And this is not even like the hottest flame in the world, so it's not like it's charring it quick. You gotta let it actually cook. And he's telling us it's Wagyu. We can eat it raw, and we're like, nah, bro, Wagyu. It's not Wagyu. We're not eating it raw.
Wagyu.
Not all you can eat.
But I mean, it was delicious once it was cooked, obviously. And so then went back. Obviously, I know you went out. You wanted to go out. I was cash, bro, dude. I like after that entire day and everything. I made the right decision for myself. I wasn't gonna have a good time that night.
Well, I'll tell you what. It wasn't the best experience going out to Fremont. Like if I went to Fremont on any other week,
sure,
it probably would have been lit. But I guess a lot of focus because of the NFR or whatever that rodeo thing that Trevor was there for.
Yeah.
I think that took a lot of attention from Fremont. You know, I went to the club there. Well, not a club, but it was like a bar. I went to a couple bars, but there was like nobody there. I mean, It was like 12:30, but it's Vegas.
It's prime time.
Yeah, it's prime time. So I hit up a couple places, and then I was like, you know what? I need to get some rest for tomorrow. But that was it. It wasn't too lit. But I do recommend going to Fremont. Everyone that goes to Vegas, they always go to the Strip. Strip is dope. You have to do the Strip, but you also have to do Fremont. It's where the locals party. Locals party in Fremont. They don't party in on the Strip.
True that. Next morning, wake up, we go to breakfast. That breakfast was slapping. What was that place? Sid's Cafe.
Sid's Cafe.
It took us forever to get sad. I mean,
there was some racial profiling going, maybe. No.
We don't know. The point is that some other people walked by. You know, they got sad. You know, we didn't. It is what it is.
But you know, the food was so good that I was happy.
It made up.
Trevor was so happy about the coffee.
He was.
That was his thing. He just kept talking about the coffee's actually good.
Yeah.
It was good.
It was.
Unlike my coffee at that breakfast spot we went to on Saturday. The shitty ass one.
Oh my god! I try to get that out of my memory. Alexa's or something.
Yeah,
Paris.
Yeah, Paris.
Don't go there. That shit sucks.
10 out of 10. Don't recommend.
Yeah, just that service was bad. Who knows if it was our waiter's fault or just the way the restaurant was set up. Maybe they're understaffed. I don't know, but it took forever to literally do anything.
It took them like 15 minutes to acknowledge us, the server to acknowledge us.
And then, like, dude, my chicken sandwich, bro, I was so
all
hungry.
bread.
It was all bread, dude. And that's the thing. Like, again, if the service is crummy, I used to be a server. I have a lot of sympathy for poor service, but at the same time, we don't even try to make it better at all. And then the food comes out, and it's like, that's what you've been waiting for this entire time. It's just this bread. I wanted chicken, man. This is bread.
Like that.
It's just bread.
What did I get? I got the prime rib sandwich was actually really good.
Was it?
Yeah, it was good.
Okay.
It was good. I won't ever go there again.
Yeah.
But if you had to force me to go eat there again, I would get that again.
Sure.
It was good. It was solid. I wasn't upset with my decision.
Yeah.
I wanted chicken and waffles a whole.
Yeah, surprised. Well, you made the right decision.
Yeah,
because if that was the same chicken,
yeah,
and you would have been there. It was just
supreme
bread and waffles.
Yeah.
But anyway, Friday. So let's see. So went to Sid's, and then we went to the convention center.
Cowboy Christmas for all you. You can say the word
for all you hillbillies,
but you didn't say the whole thing.
Silly hillbillies.
Silly hillbillies.
You know, or maybe you're from Texas or the South, and that's your style. Not really our style for sure. However, one of our buddies, his parents had a jerky stand, so they're selling a trap of jerky out of there. They're making bang too, from what I heard. $7-8 grand a day selling jerky. Yeah, so
who does that?
So they're making good money, but dude, we get in there, and this is just the largest building I've ever been in. It felt
4.6 million square feet.
Yeah, and so there's an entire downstairs. We went upstairs, and so you think it'd be a little bit smaller on the upstairs, but no, dude. I mean, you would walk like a mile inside is what it felt like. I don't know if it's true, but you walk a mile and then you still can't see the end of that place.
I love how we're at like booth 700, and they're like, oh yeah, we're at 3,800.
Yeah.
And there's like 100 feet in between each fucking section. So it was like it was a hike. It was a huge building, absurdly big.
Texas,
there was a rodeo.
Yeah, a little rodeo on the second floor.
Yeah, how did you do that?
I don't know, man.
How did you get the horses up there?
They got to have some kind of massive elevator to get that shit in there. The tractors, bro. What about that 450?
Yeah.
The 450 dueling. They have to have some kind of massive elevator to get that shit up.
Yeah,
there's no other way.
Yeah, because you're gonna take the 450 up the stairs.
Yeah.
It wasn't
you can do
it.
Built for tough.
It was built for tough.
But that was at least cool. I have no desire to do that again.
Favorite meal?
But during the entire time,
the whole trip.
Oh, that is tough, bro. Because I know Trevor had a shitty experience, which we'll get to. But that place was what was it called? Chicken Pete's or something?
Chicky Pete's.
But it was actually like
10 out of 10. Recommend. Do not don't get the crab peas. Whatever you do, don't get the crab peas.
Because dude, like, let's be real, those crab and lobster fries or whatever they were, those were banging, dude. The lobster that I had, banging. The pizza, banging.
My roll was banging. It was
like,
one of the best lobster rolls I ever had.
That's what I'm saying. And so the fact that we could sit there, watch football, have a couple drinks. Our flight got delayed a couple hours then, not as bad as the first time, but I was like, all right, watch my entire game.
Imagine if it was.
That would have been awful.
We would have to get another hotel.
We would have had to make the airline pay for it.
Yeah, for sure, 1,000%.
But
and we all got $50 credits.
That's right. Yeah, shout out
to Frontier.
I wasn't gonna shout them out, but it's okay.
10 out of 10. Don't recommend.
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing this whole trip.
So then our boy Trevor orders a crab feast, it's the most expensive. It's the most expensive thing on the menu, dog. It is supposed to be.
Sorry, Trevor.
It's supposed to be. Yeah, it's supposed to be the absolute best thing there. You can't get better.
The most expensive thing on the menu should always be like the best, if not one of the best.
Exactly. And then, like he said, like Trevor said, $160 for this meal. So, dude, I don't think I've ever paid $160 for a meal before. I'm not gonna lie. Like for one meal, most I've ever paid is probably like close to 100.
What's your largest tab?
Oh, largest tab probably 200, 300. But that's mostly for like drinks and picking up someone else or something. But
yeah, I don't think I had an exact $160 item.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
like a specific.
I had stuff in the 90s.
Sure, steaks and like really good steaks and whatnot. Where Trevor gets the crab feast, bro, and he's so excited, man. He's all hyped up, and because everything else was banging so far, right? The crab fries were like, dude, this is amazing. The sauce, the
lobster
everything.
And crab fries with this cheese sauce, and it was
seasoning.
It was amazing.
It's glorious. And then, so Trevor makes good money. He's like, all right, fuck it, get the crab feast. And so they bring out the meals. We come back and sit down and super excited. I mean, I'm stoked for lobster. Everyone's excited. And explain how you see Trevor.
All right, so check it. First off, I was kind of trying to tell him not to get that because it comes with, soft shell crab, Dungeness snow crab. Those aren't the best crabs to eat in the first place, in my opinion. I'm not a big fan of. You might find the bigger snow crab legs and they're all right, but king crab is the way to go, or stone crab. And I was trying to steer him towards king crab, which he would have had a much better experience, I guarantee you, because people are always constantly buying that.
Unless
shit.
they overcooked it the same way.
No, I think that shit was not only just overcooked. It was but it gets there. That plate, this pile of dead crab, just gets there. Chris is excited about his stuff. I'm excited about my stuff. He's still keeping an open mind. And mind you, I was under the influence. I'm not gonna tell you what I was under the influence of, but I was under the influence, and I'm a little shy. I'm not gonna say nothing, but he's eating the crab legs. He's breaking it open, and then if it's a good crab, you break it open, you pull out the meat. It's easy. And he's looking at it, and all right, he puts that one down, goes to the next one, does the same thing. And he's in his head, I think he thinks it's still fire. But it was about the 5th bite of food. And I'm seeing him break down. It's so sad, bro. He went from up here to down here. This dude was suicidal, bro. This dude was so depressed. And he was like, "This is shit." I'm like, "Bro, I know." it looked like
I've been watching you this entire time.
It looked like they didn't even wash the crab. It looked like swamp ass. It was. I felt bad for him. So then, me and Joe we were fat, and we also wanted to get something for him so he could eat. We ordered a lobster pizza, and that was banging.
So good, dude. It was like cheesy bread with just lobster and butter on top.
Just retarded.
Oh man.
Can I get canceled for that? Saying retarded, is that the correct term?
The pizza was disabled. No, it was banger, dog. It was slapping.
So that was your favorite meal?
Bro, dude, that's tough, bro. That breakfast was up there, and then that taco place we went to.
El Segundo's.
Yeah.
10 out of 10 recommend.
Yeah. The fajitas, they were slapping there.
Your fajitas, what did I order? I ordered a quesadilla and I ordered the guac. And both were fantastic. Mm-hmm. Your meal looked like.
Yeah, just just the presentation of it was just
it looked authentic.
Baller. Shrimp and steak.
We just messed up and we didn't go there during the happy hour.
Yeah.
Drinks would have been half off.
Sure.
But all in all, it was a good time. And actually, had we not gone there, we wouldn't have ran into the promoter.
It's true. That's right. I'm not gonna lie, dude. I was like, dude, why did you stop and talk to this dude? Like anyone on the street of Las Vegas, the guys at the cards, the chicks who want to take pictures, I was like, why are we talking to this? But I was super thankful
I could tell he was a legit promoter.
Yeah. But he got us into free both nights, dude. Us and everyone else.
Lewis the child was there the first night. I don't think we stayed around long enough for him. Yeah, we weren't.
We did barely. We probably listened to about 3 songs, 3 years.
So that was
the final one. Yes.
Oh yeah.
That's when they came out because
they were killing it.
It was that one gal, and she was pretty. Like she was getting that place lit as well. She was fine as fuck.
Just a different type of music.
Yeah.
I like my EDM when they clash hip hop and EDM together. They do like actual mixes, and they're not just mixes that you can just get online.
Yeah,
these are mixes they did.
Exactly.
So it was pretty cool. And then we left there and went to Fremont. I got a little too drunk.
Yeah, that was by far easily the drunkest I've ever seen you.
Yeah,
but I mean, you're still keeping it together.
What did I say on the cab ride?
I was like, bro, you good? You need us to stop? Or you open up the window? No. I'm a warrior. I'm a warrior. Oh, you're a warrior, dog. Come on, let's go.
I threw up.
But not the cab.
No, I actually got all the way back to the room.
Yeah, and we had to walk back from the Sahara to our room as well. And you made it back.
Yeah, I blew chunks. I prayed to the porcelain goddess.
Oh man, dude, that was Fremont. Fremont was a trip, bro. Especially because again, like I've already said to you and like Trevor Lee and Gerald, it's like the morning we started off, and we're like in the back ass of Texas. We're in silly hillbilly central, and then we end the night, and it's just bitches shaking ass. There's just again the hip hop vibe, just completely opposite of how we started started. But what I respect to the Lees because they still have their cowboy get up on. They have their hat.
They're gonna take the horse to the Old Town Road.
Yeah, that's exactly the vibe. But that final spot we ended up at, I really fucked with the layout because there was like buildings around and then like whether it was graffiti or I don't remember.
It was both. They had screens. They had graffiti.
So, it was just dope, man. It was just it was
that
a sweet vibe.
On a popping night would have been like
super dope.
Dope, yeah.
And so we danced there, but again, it's probably 2 a.m. and we're lit. But we look over and Avery's dancing. And he's having such a good time, and we're like, all right, we'll give him another 30 minutes.
I'm just vibing. I didn't even really dance. This boy got a torn MCL. I was
grooving.
I was chilling, drinking my two step. But I gotta tell you a funny story. But actually, he's gotta tell the story. So we're at this is Friday night.
Or are you talking the UFC event?
No, Friday night. We're at Zook. And was that Friday night or was that Saturday night? It was Saturday. It might have been Saturday. Yeah, because they were playing hip hop. Okay. It was Saturday night. We're at Zook's. We went there 2 nights in a row.
Because they put us right back on the guest list again.
And then the song "I Love Bad Bitches" or "Problems."
Problems by A$AP Rocky, 2 Chainz,
and Kendrick.
Yeah.
And there's a certain part of the song, and I'm watching him mouth the lyrics.
Yeah.
Can you give the audience?
Well, we're singing. We're in the club, and whose verse was it? I'm trying to remember who was that. Was that 2 Chainz' verse, or was that
A$AP?
That's it. That is A$AP. I'm trying to. I'm spacing out.
They say the money maker.
Yeah, money maker. Inward act, inward rich, and I'm singing it because I love that song. But again, I'm not trying to be disrespectful or nothing. There's a lot of black people in the club, and why don't say that word. But and so I'm just I just look over money makeup act rich, but he's a rich.
But I could legitimately see. Like him not saying the word, and it was the funniest shit.
Yeah, even though it was loud, it's just a habit when I'm a little lit and I'm rapping the songs. You gotta be careful, all right? You don't want to be canceled. You never know who you're around. You just want to be careful. So, but yeah, that was funny, dude. But that we saw Ludacris
there.
Ludacris live, man. Don't get me wrong, would be more hyped if this was maybe 10 years ago. But it's still lit, dude. We're in a club and we have a live performance.
Ludacris looks fantastic. Energy was great,
bro. And he for the time that we were there, I think we did like 3/4 to a set or something. But dude, he was performing well.
I really wanted to hear him do. Damn, what was it? Move, bitch. That's probably his closing song. But it was pizza time.
Yeah, dude.
That pizza hit. That pizza saved my life. If I would have had that pizza the night that I got fucked up, I would have been fine.
I forgot. Yeah, that pizza was fire.
Yeah.
Didn't take that long to come out or anything either. Did
you say we saw Sean O'Malley?
Yeah, that's what I was about to bring up, man. So we tipped our way into like the VIP, and then like the only way you can get even more baller than that is if you have bottle service.
Yeah.
Which obviously with the bottle service, we were like. In the VIP, we were close to the front. We were like 3 rows from the front, and then all the way to the right next to the bottle service. And that bottle service, where it was, probably cost at least $6,000, if not $8,000, if not $8,000.
If Sean O'Malley's partying there,
and so
I'll tell you what, like in the back row, that first area where we first came in the VIP booth.
Yeah,
those were $2,000.
Those were 2.
But like, there's this one dude there. He looked like Wiz Khalifa. I swear to God, I went and followed Wiz Khalifa on Instagram
to see if he was in there.
But that was him.
Damn.
Like I thought it was him. If I don't get starstruck, but I would have said what's up to him.
To Wiz, dude.
Yeah.
Wiz is a legend.
Wiz Rolling Papers inspired me to start rapping.
Hell yeah.
And they say, "Oh, I rap about bitches and champagne." You don't know that song?
Dude, you'd have to play it for me. That's old Wiz. But that was dope, man. Again, it was hip hop, much more our style, and like, bro, when we were so close to Sean O'Malley, dude, we were like straight up 10 feet.
Yeah, I
check my gram for the video, but like I get a baller video of him just like looking out towards us, and then
yeah, it was he was.
And there's a time when one of the dudes we met, he was like, "Hey, Sean," and they were like, "Sean," and he looked over at us, and like, again, it's a minor thing, obviously, but it was still baller just because we were in Las Vegas, and all of a sudden, shit, Sean O'Malley.
And this was all before
the
UFC event. But before we get into that, I want to do a active listening right now. My boy texts me, this nigga, Kanye West.
Did he just come out or what?
Yeah, it just came out. Let's see if it's any good. Yo, before this gets cut, we get a copyright infringement. I'm gonna stop it there. But what the fuck, Kanye?
I don't know what the fuck that is.
What
it sounds like a drunken freestyle.
It sounded like he produced it on like fucking, I don't know, Audacity. The worst software ever. He produced it from his phone for sure. It sounds like a voice recording of him,
like a garage band.
Yo, yeah. What the?
Yeah, that's whack.
That's unfortunate. So yes, UFC.
UFC, man. So UFC 282 was in town at Vegas, and we didn't even know that when I started to see everything like when we got there, and we're like, oh shoot. I was like, yo, Phoenix, we want to we're going to be going out after anyway. Like, it's kind of that in-between time. Should we go? And we decided to pull the trigger, man. And we actually got some pretty good seats for the price, man.
Yeah, I was kind of apprehensive at first, but then I'm like, you know what? That's on my to-do list of things to do in Vegas.
Yeah, and I still, don't get me wrong, I'd love to go to a much better card, more banger card. Like, don't get me wrong, they had Patty and Jan and Bryce Mitchell. And,
get him, Jan!
Yeah!
Go get him, Jan!
Dude, so,
here we go.
Check this though. So our boy was, he was pretty lit, don't get me wrong. You know, he was pretty lit. He was...
Corey, pull up a chair.
Right, yeah. Come over here, Corey. He was pretty lit. He was, I wouldn't say acting a fool, but acting a fool.
he was acting a fool.
He was just too lit. We were hyped. Drinks are flowing, but there's these dudes behind us. Well, before even those dudes behind us, right? There was a dude maybe 10 seats down with the most chaotic energy I have ever heard.
It was definitely a family member or friend that was fighting,
because this was like a large dude. Long beard, and he was just screaming, bro, and like nonstop. What was it? Elon,
and he's like,
I
thought it was gonna go Super Saiyan.
Yeah, just full on, absolutely yelling, screaming. Definitely drawing the attention of everyone around. His girl was there.
His girl was embarrassed. She was just like,
and then he's like, he was wilding out. But whether we think that he was like friends or potentially family with one of the fighters. But he calmed down eventually, right? Whether he was drunk, whether he just blew his wad because he was yelling that entire time.
Me and the guy next to me were talking about that. What do you think? He blew his load and he didn't have anything left.
That's what I think. I think he came down off of the booze, and I think he blew his wad. So now he's just chill. He's still obviously watching and everything.
He's like a normal guy after that.
Yeah.
Like he didn't say a word.
No, he was just chilling.
I don't even think he clapped.
Yeah, he was just chilling. But anyway, there's some other drunken idiots behind us. And again, so there a couple things can be true, right? So you're at a UFC event, you're allowed to be a drunken idiot. You're allowed to yell and support and cheer. But like this dude was just being obnoxious, bro.
Repeating the same thing.
Yeah. Oh my God, he's 39. Can't believe, go yeah.
We need this, my parlay.
Yeah, my parlay. And like, oh, I have parlays. Like, I get it and whatnot. But he's being obnoxious, man. But our boy was again, and he was like directly behind our boy. He kicked his seat a couple times.
Not purposely.
Not purposely.
But still, I would get annoyed too.
Being obnoxious. And so my problem with our boy is like, hey, just turn around and be like, hey, can you quiet down a little bit? Can you not yell on our face? Can you stop kicking my chair? Like just being an adult about it. But he just had enough. He wasn't in the right mind, and he just snaps, and he's just like, "Oh my God, your voice is so annoying. You sound like a dying, screeching violin." And just fucking, and it just starts roasting this dude, and the dude's giving it back. He's like, "Oh yeah, like you don't like my voice, bro." Like just fucking, just like
no one likes their voice.
Like he's just being obnoxious, and I turn around, and I was just like, "Bro, like, can you not antagonize him? Like, can we just watch this fight in peace? Like, trying to break ground." And the dude that he was with was reasonable. He's just like, yeah, man, we're just, everyone's just here to have a good time. No problems. But then the dude just keeps going off. And then, dude, Phoenix had enough, man.
I had enough.
He had enough, dog.
0 to 100.
Yeah, he didn't didn't say shit. He's over to my right. Phoenix didn't say nothing. And then, bro, he just fucking stands up, and then he's like, "Yo, shut the fuck up, otherwise I'm gonna beat the fuck out of you. I'll beat your ass too. I'm so fucking tired. Shut the fuck up. If you need to go upstairs, we can go upstairs right the fuck now." Just absolutely punks these dudes, bro. They were just like, yo, bro, no, there's no problems. We don't want any problems, bro. We don't want any problems. Like it still was annoying as play. We don't want any problems, bro. There's no problems here.
That's exactly what happened.
And so then, anyway, the dude, like, obviously, again, they just got reduced. Like, they must have felt so small. As a guy, he was like, "Oh, obviously that was our fault completely. No one else did anything wrong." He's just, again, drunk and mumbling. And so then you take off.
I started taking off shit.
Takes off your watch. And then after that, they were reduced to whispers because
they didn't want no smoke.
They didn't want no smoke.
Listen, if you party with me, if you have a party with me, and we're friends, just know, Dad, I'm gonna have your back. We might get our ass whooped. We might whoop some ass, but I'm not gonna let who I'm with get disrespected. And I felt I heard something racial. Chris says there wasn't anything rational.
I don't know. I'm not necessarily saying there wasn't. I just didn't hear nothing. That's all.
Either way, I heard something. I had enough.
Yeah.
I was actually a little upset with some of the drunken stuff that was happening on the trip in general. So I took it out on them.
Absolutely.
They were about to get all the smoke. But all in all,
it was entertaining for sure. That was entertaining.
The UFC event was fun.
It was, dude. Because like hearing Bruce Buffer and seeing
live
in person, it is just dope, bro. It's kind of weird though, because like I understand if you're closer, it's a little easier to just watch the cage, depending on where they are. And where we were, if they're throwing hands and they're up on their feet, you can watch the cage. But if they're on the ground, you have to watch the pay-per-view. You like and that's the same view that's on the pay-per-view as well. So it was an experience, man. I thought the T-Mobile Arena was dope.
Yeah, the whole atmosphere was dope. But I'll tell you, those are the steepest fucking steps.
Yeah, man.
Coming down to get to our seat because we're the first row of the 200 level.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the first row where they had this tiny little balcony. Like it's like knee high, maybe a little higher than your knee.
Exactly.
You can fall over that shit
Yeah,
easily.
and so again, it's one thing like if it's waist high, you get pushed or whatever.
You can catch.
You can catch yourself. But if you got pushed from where we were, you're getting tabletopped and you're toppling over to your death. That's the other reason why where we were and these dudes being jackasses.
It's one or two things. You're either dead or you're never walking again.
Yeah, and you probably kill someone because you fall on them as well.
Exactly. Yeah.
So it's just again, it's just a mess. Oh, and if we get in a fight with these guys, if they actually want to go right then and there, then again, someone could easily, especially with all the drunken fools, get toppled over, even on accident. Someone just walking and trips themselves and goes over the ledge. So it definitely
came at me.
Yeah, it wasn't the spot for a brawl for sure.
No, it wasn't. That's why I said I was baiting them. I was like, we go upstairs.
Yeah,
because I wasn't trying to fight right there.
But yeah, those stairs were just like, it felt like, especially because we were on row 1, you go up to get a drink and it's like you just climbed a little mountain to get up there.
Yeah, that's why I didn't even join them. I got my nachos and my drink, and I was good.
Yeah, but still, it was overall great experience at the UFC fight, even though there was some of that BS drama, but that's neither here nor there,
It was a good time.
And so then after that, again, saw Ludacris and everything, and then there's one vital moment that we missed in between that. That had to have been Friday night. We go to Sahara to gamble, bro.
Oh yeah, we
gotta tell that, bro.
That's your story.
I got you. Well, so I love gambling.
My first time.
Yeah, playing blackjack. Or just gambling in general?
Gambling in Vegas.
And gambling in Vegas. Okay.
I've gambled on a cruise ship, and then I do my sports betting. But
gotcha. So we sit down at a blackjack table, and it's all of us. I mean, the entire table is just filled with our boys, right? The 5 of us that came, everyone was there, which was dope in itself. But we start, we're placing our bets and everything. It's going pretty well. It's going pretty well for me. Maybe not everyone, but overall, I feel like most of us are up at the table. And our boy Trevor, man,
$65.
Our boy Trevor puts 400 in, and then he loses 200, and then he starts making his way back and he's making progress. And then
he's at 500.
He's at 500. Hits like one more hand. He was either at 500 or 600, and then he asked the dude, because there's the blackjack dealer, and then there's always a manager behind them.
Yeah, just oversees everything.
Whenever you give change, whenever you rack up, you have change, 500, whatever it is, he's the guy who authorizes it essentially. And so Trevor asked the dude, he's like, hey man, I'm up like 200 right now. What would you do? He's like, I'd stop, honestly. I mean, you're up in Vegas. He's like, okay. Jams his stack, bro. Puts all the 600 that he had on one hand. Was it? Okay.
Because he had 1,000 afterwards.
Okay, fair enough. So he puts it all, and that's a large bet on a $15 minimum and a $1,000 maximum. That's a large fucking bet. And so, and again, and Trevor's he's lit, obviously. And
a little?
He jams it. And so then we're like, oh shit. We're like, dude, it's going down. Like, this is all or nothing. This is make or break. He gets dealt an 18. 18, if you know blackjack, strong hand for sure. So like that's a good hand. And so we're like, okay. And I remember I said it before he even turned over the card. I said he's gonna have a 5. Boom, 5. And we're like, oh shit, calm the fuck down. Everyone calm down, it's not over with. And so then obviously he stays on the 18 because it's a 5. Flips it over, and it's like a 4. We're like, oh no, don't have a 10. But then it's in like a 3 or another 4. And we're like, okay, come on,
10. 5 cards on
and then ace, which is 1.
Yeah.
And then another ace, which is 1. We're like, come on, dude. And then finally that jack came and he busted and Trevor doubled down. And it was like, dude, I was shaking, bro.
It was lit. That's the latest I ever seen.
I couldn't believe it because I played a lot of blackjack. And that was probably the biggest hand I've seen. And just like the fact that he hit it, and like that the dudes were pissed. The blackjack dealer wasn't, obviously, because that's the thing. If we're winning, he's getting tipped, he's making money, he's happy. But the dude behind, he's got to be thinking like, oh, this drunken kid just took us for fucking 600 on the night. And then after that, I was like, dude, let's like, I'm up 200. Like,
he
let's
actually
bounce,
played a couple
man.
more games and he won. And he was
That's
at
right.
he was at $1,100 or $1,200
Yeah.
per member. But check this out, I got a story for you. This is my turn. It's my turn. Skip Bayless.
Fuck that guy.
Fuck him. Me and Chili, we go to the bathroom after he did. Everyone, what do they call it? Coloring up.
Color up, yeah.
Yeah, we got our money.
Mm-hmm.
Trevor got his money.
Mm-hmm.
We went to we went to the bathroom. We come back. We're looking for Trevor. Trevor's at the roulette table.
Yeah.
All right. We don't know how much he spent, how much he gave, but all we know is we get there and he has a giant stack of yellow chips on black. And he loses them.
And he like kind of got cut, man. It hit black and then last second popped out into the next one.
So whatever. Long story short, he had 7 chips left. He lost one of them. So when we turned it in, it was only 6.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
but so he's playing with these last 7 chips for like a day and a half, and eventually I commandeer them and I'm gonna hold on to them. We're thinking they're $25 chips,
or at least 5.
Yeah, we'll throw them on black.
Mm-hmm.
Double up.
Down.
If not, great. We get to,
and this was like a 2-day. There's 2 full days that we were thinking this.
So then we get to the fucking roulette table, and immediately we get harassed. They're like,
"Where did you get those chips? Fuck is it? What is it? They say Sahara. What does it matter where we got them?
No. But where did you get them? We played here, you know.
Yeah, like at this exact table the other night.
So he's like, okay. So we switch them out. He goes all in. They're like $15 minimum.
No, I think it was $25.
$25 minimum. And then he's like,
we're like,
what? You know, it was $6. Yo, the whole time we're thinking there's at least 100. I thought it was $125 or $150, but it was $6.
$6. We're like, dude, just tip that guy. We're like, you can't even make a bet. There's absolutely no point.
So, but yeah, that's pretty much our trip.
For the most part, man. And then, obviously hanging out in the hotel, just walking around.
This stuff?
I mean, we can mention it. Yeah.
No, it's not. It's not important.
Yeah. Fair enough. It was just kind of a side quest.
Yeah, it was. We went on a side quest and had to deal with a very talkative driver.
Oh my god! But then we had the sweetest lady drive us to Fremont.
Yes.
She was just like, that was wholesome. Felt like my grandma was taking us to the club. So most of the drivers were pretty chill. A lot of walking. There's one last thing we gotta bring up, because we just got done eating the tacos and we wanted to walk through the Venetian, right? Somehow end up.
Oh my God! Yes.
Yeah, somehow end up out the back ass of it, and so you, me, and Charlie, and we're walking, and we're going for a minute, dude, because we're just kind of like underneath the monorail, knowing that we have to get it. So we're just kind of walking like right behind the strip, just following it, and then like we're just walking, and then all of a sudden I just hear like in the ground like footsteps, and I fucking turn around, and there's just this random chick there.
And she was acting like we ran up on her.
And so Phoenix is like just again, she's like walking behind us all awkward and shit. And so he's like, hey, do you know how to get to the monorail? Like, again, just trying to we need to know how to get there, and again, just trying to not make it awkward. And she's like shakes her head, and then
and turns right.
Yeah. And so she acts like we pulled up on her.
It's not even like we're like, I mean, I guess maybe me being a little darker but still, like, I don't look like the type that I was in a mug, and neither do you.
No, and also we were walking in front of her. Yeah. We didn't even know that she pulled up, and so she's acting all like disgusted that we asked her a question because she pulled up on us, and then she skedaddles, and we're like, dude, that was the weirdest fucking thing
But
ever.
It's funny. I thought you were talking about a different story, so even better. We're walking back from from tacos before we got to that part.
Oh, yes.
We're walking back,
Yes.
we're getting tacos, and we're right in front of the palazzo, and this random dude and his baby mama and child are just chilling there, and he goes to Trevor. He says, "Hey, can I draw? Can I draw you?" And Trevor's like, "Is it gonna take long?" He's like, "No, it'll be quick." This dude pulls out a spiral notebook, not even like sketch pad, spiral notebook. Took a pen, drew him up like you would think a 6-year-old would draw somebody, a character drawing.
And like again, it's one of those scenes where typically someone on the street, he's like, "Hey, can I draw you?" It's gonna be, you think it's gonna be like something dope, like something real nice. And it was just like this 3-year-old sketch. I was dying, man.
He kind of had the sling on point though. He
did. He had like, don't get me wrong, he drew Trevor Lee.
He did. But it was like the worst cartoon version.
It was.
But I had to tip him for the audacity to come out here and fucking draw garbage. You got no talent, but
you just draws him up real quick, dude. And it was a laugh for sure. It was a laugh, man.
Not to go on a bad note, but we're leaving. We get in a cab, going to the airport. I leave my wallet in the cab. That was such a stressful situation for me, and I ended up getting it back. Phone calls had to be made, but I went through security already with no ID, and they screened me, and it was like a process. It took me 45 minutes to get to you,
something like that.
Yeah. So and then I had to then they call me back and tell me they have my wallet, and they bring it, and then I got to go through security again. It was a very, very stressful situation.
That was.
But it was a win. I got the wallet back.
Yeah. Didn't even realize that. Yeah, my $200. $200 because Trevor bet me $100 because we were watching the Chiefs Bronco game. Chiefs are up 27. The Broncos come back. It's 21-27. So he bets me $100 money line straight up that the Broncos are going to win. I was like, all right, this is easy money. So we put it up and give it to him as the moderator. And I didn't think about it until you told me when you got your wallet back. You would have lost my 200.
200. I had 150 in it,
bro.
I mean, God bless that cab driver. I mean, he could have came up.
Yeah.
I think he was upset that I only gave him 50.
Yeah.
I'm sure he went through it.
Sure. Well, dude, again, that's 15. The ride there was 29. Yeah. So you got paid another ride, and that's all yours, hopefully. Yeah. That's just cash. You know what I mean? So... yeah, overall, man, it was a great trip. Definitely want to do it again sometime next year. Plan it out a little bit more in advance. Again, cheaper.
In different weather,
yeah. But yeah, man, it was a great time.
I had a good time. Thank you for the invite.
Yeah, dude.
I'm glad I got to celebrate your birthday with you.
Yeah, that was dope, man. And again, the fact that we had some other people there as well.
Yeah, it was cool.
Like, it was just overall a good time, great experience. I think we learned from certain things as well to do better next time to improve the quality of our trip for sure. And again, not just Vegas, but yeah, like you said, cruise.
I'm telling you,
want to hit Miami for sure.
The cruise is.
It's the truth.
It's the truth, bro.
The truth. Oh yeah. Looks like we're coming up at.
Yeah,
about 50 minutes.
We can wrap it up.
But yeah, man, Vegas was a blast for sure.
10 out of 10 recommend.
A little unfortunate we couldn't do a podcast there, but between getting there late and just like again, I was running on fumes some of those nights, but that's how it is, bro.
This was his favorite term the whole trip. I'm zogged.
Dude.
I'm zogged.
The first night I was zogged, but again. The other 2 nights I went out, and I promise you I wouldn't have if I didn't get sleep that first night. Okay. So it was an IQ. It was an IQ move there. But yeah, man, I think that about wraps up the Vegas recap, episode number 57. 57, man.
Check us out on Awesome Life ENT
Yeah.
on SoundCloud, Awesome Life Entertainment on YouTube.
Let's go. Drop a like, man. And subscribe,
Please
show
smash
some love.
that fucking bell.
Yeah, dude, we're trying to get to the 300 subscribers on YouTube.
Yeah.
You should show a little love. Appreciate.
I would love to get to 1,000. That'd be a good.
That'd be a good milestone.
Awesome.
Hey, maybe that's our goal next year.
Yeah, it will be.
Get to 1,000.
This is the infancy. This is the
Right.
infancy. But yeah, we're gonna keep bringing content, and just reach out anytime. You can reach me at Fire Like a Phoenix on IG. All right.
Yes, sir.
Take care. Phoenix
Peace
out.